Several years, I think.
God.
Drag up to Zoom. Oh, I gotta pop you, son. Oh, you're getting popped.
There was one game I downloaded on my iPad about a year ago, maybe a bit longer, which was like an animal hunting game, and you had to shoot deers, and it was quite sad because, like,
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember talking about it.
the better the shot, the more points you got. So if you shot it in the neck or spine or something, you got like more points. It's like this is a bit dark, a bit twisted, isn't it?
Yeah,
Twisted.
I
Oh,
didn't.
oh my God!
Go on.
Have you seen Finding Dory yet,
No, not yet.
mate? What are you doing,
I'm seeing it this weekend.
mate? Don't even.
As it feels.
Look at my fave is the octopus. He is.
It's the guy from a Modern Family, isn't it?
I've never seen Modern Family, so I'll take your word
Uh,
for that. But he's cool. It's good. I wasn't, I'm a big old Disney fan, as you probably know, but I wasn't overly fussed on Finding Nemo.
yeah, I remember you saying it wasn't too much your
It
favorite.
wasn't top banana, but I loved it. I loved the Finding Dory. I thought it was very good. Enjoyed it very much. And I was at work because people know I love my Disney. People actually
Yeah.
asked a person actually asked me today. They wanted advice on what Disney films to buy for their friend because their friend wanted Disney films on DVD as a birthday present, but
Oh,
the friend's pregnant and it's going to be a boy, so she wants films that she can enjoy, but also the young boy can enjoy. So I recommended 3 Disney films crossing over Pixar and normal hand-drawn animation. I
yeah.
chose Brother Bear, which I think is a very, very good film.
Music by Phil Collins too.
Yeah, Phil Collins is my bae. He does all good. Brother Bear was underrated in my opinion, and it's about finding yourself and cuddly bears, and just a great film. I also recommended Emperor's New Groove, which is one of
Yeah,
my favorite Disney films of all time.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a good one. We like Emperor's New Groove.
And the third one was The Incredibles, because I think they are all very enjoyable films, but also, you could say they're more aimed at a male audience, maybe, but I think they're films that can be enjoyed by the whole family as well. I think Chris is broken just because, I said about The Incredibles. Chris was mid exasperated sigh, so I think I might have broken him. So we will wait for him to come back. I'll edit this out. He's gone. Here he is. There he is.
Hello.
Hey,
Um,
you're right.
I could show you what's happened if you want. I think if I can work it out.
Please do.
Look at this. Look what AVG have decided to do.
What, please? Well, lol. Lol. But it's for your own protection online, Chris.
I know, and I'm trying to act the task, but it's like I can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Well, it's a good thing.
Oh,
It's a good thing that we're still broadcasting, so people are going to hear. I'll probably edit this bit out, to be honest with you. Is that Harry Potter? Is that Harry Potter?
yeah. I'm not done reading it yet.
You strategically placed that there, so I would ask.
Have you not read it?
I don't want to read it yet. I want to watch the play in London Town. But I'll be waiting till 2021 at this rate. But they've got more tickets going on sale tomorrow, I think.
Yeah,
So
sorry about that. Like 125,000 or something, isn't it?
definitely going to be getting one of those. Definitely not going to get beaten by all the touts. Definitely going to be great. I'm surprised you haven't signed up to go to it because you're London. You're cultural. You like to go to these things.
Well expensive though, isn't it?
I don't know how much the average tickets. I don't know how much they are really.
They're quite pricey. I think they're like over 60 quid.
I'm not surprised really because people will pay that for Harry Potter, won't they?
My computer's frozen, which is really great.
This is just magical. That you look a bit like the Joker from Suicide Squad with that hair, Jared Leto.
I'm gonna send you a dead pig in the post.
Dem popping them pills. Are you excited for Suicide Squad?
No.
Let me guess. You read the reviews. It's gonna be shit now. I bet you're excited before you saw the reviews.
I kind of thought it looked a bit pants anyway, but now it feels like it's going to be especially pants.
Oh, but come on. A special rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody by Panic at the Disco. What more could you want from your DC films?
When you tempt me like that.
Hang on,
I think we're back on.
We're back. We're back.
Oh, fuck off. AVG is the worst.
It's free though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what
I'll be on in a sec.
Great. Who is?
Hi, sorry about that, everyone.
It's okay.
So AVG, if I lose connection at any point, it's because they're like, "Hey, Chris, get out of here," and I'm like, "No, I want a podcast," but they're like, "No, you need to get out of here."
Get out of here. What's so we're saying about films recommending to young children and to parents expecting, and I said Incredibles, and you're about to say something before AVG.
He is young boy.
Yeah,
it's got to be Toy Story, hasn't it?
Well, no, they knew Toy Story. They've already got those ones. They wanted
Oh, they want like niche ones.
Well, not niche, but ones that aren't well, I guess all Disney films are popular and mainstream, but ones that aren't as popular. You know, Toy Story is just a given, really. But I think Incredibles is just a fantastic film for young and old.
I mean, they're all pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, Pixar and Disney don't do any wrong. The new one looks quite good as well. It's coming out next year. It's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it.
Yeah, and music by my boy Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Great. I prefer this first album.
Good one.
This initial album.
All right, should we podcast? Let's do it. Hello, hi. Sorry about that. Oh, hi. Nice to see you. How's it going? Yeah, come on in. Don't be shy. Sit there. Hey, I haven't seen you in ages. Yeah, how are you? Go on. I can't believe you came all this way. Thanks for coming. Of course you know who I am. It's me, Chris. I'm joined by my friend, Colin. We do this every week. We sit here, apart from next week. We sit here and talk about handheld games and stuff. You know us. You bet, Colin, come over here and meet my friend.
Hi, I'm the friend. I'm Colin.
No, you're meeting the friend.
The
friend is the listener. Hi.
I'm coming to meet the friend. Who's the friend? What? Who? What? How?
I don't know. If I'm honest, I didn't know we were live, but apparently all that's on tape. So I've just been playing our app for 99 apps, which is called Sniper 3D Assassin, and it's really great.
Well, we're going straight into it then. We're not even going to explain who we are. So let's talk about the apps we've been playing this week. So we have a feature called 99 Problems About App Ain't One. And we download apps from our respective stores, which is now the exact same store because Chris has an iPhone now. I used to have an Android. And last week, Chris downloaded the game called 99 Sniper or something.
It's called Sniper Assassin 3D.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like, it's a point and click with Sniper, but I just don't feel very comfortable playing it.
Well, you don't really want to be playing that out in public, do you?
But it's quite interesting. It does some nice slow-mo and it feels quite interesting to play, but I just don't know how good I feel about it, you know?
Are you shooting bad people or just shooting random people?
Yeah. You're not like, you know, it's not civilians. It's like it's like gangsters and that kind of stuff. I just put off a sick headshot on one of the cronies on the roof.
Sick.
But I just, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, we played games like this before. Like I'm assuming it gets pretty old, pretty fast. That sort of.
Yeah, it's not striking me as the most original. You also had loads of microtransaction options as well. It's no Pokemon Go. What have you been playing? What was your 99 app? Do you remember?
I was playing a game called Micro Machines, which I believe is based off some form of popular property. I think you could buy little cars, and they were called Micro Machines.
Yeah, I remember those from back in the day.
Maybe it's like the American version of Hot Wheels. Do you remember Hot Wheels? I used to love Hot
Yeah, I
Wheels.
do. Hot Wheels Racing Away.
Oh, all these tracks, that was great. So Micro Machines, I believe, if my actually paid attention, yes, this is created by EA. They have done quite a few little apps on the store over the years, and this game is absolute pants, and I was so bored that I already deleted it. So basically, it's a racing game. There's loads of different modes. Well, I say loads. There's a few different modes. You've a race. There's a battle mode. Things like that. The only problem is obviously there's some limitations of what you can do when you're playing it on an iPhone touchscreen. You don't actually control the acceleration on it. So your car's already driving. It's just up to you to steer it. So that's all you do. On screen there'll be 2 arrows left and right, and you just steer your vehicle around the course, pretty much taking out any of the challenge and any of the excitement. And yeah, it's just a waste of time, really. I mean, it's weird because normally of these apps, I find a little bit of enjoyment out of them. Because as you know, I enjoyed the Kardashian app where you had to create your own character and go around and help a salon and meet Kylie and Kendall Jenner. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a little bit, but this I did not enjoy. It was boring, it was lame, it looks okay, the graphics aren't terrible, but as you're probably not surprised to hear, because it's EA, there is lots of microtransactions in this game, which is bad. So I would say don't bother downloading it. It's not fun and it's a waste of time, and EA
should know better.
They should know better. They really should. So let's have a look and see what we're downloading next week. So would you recommend people download the game that you were playing?
No, not really.
No. Right, so
yeah, 100% wouldn't. I'd just whatever.
Yeah, so move on. Anyway, so because we both have the same app store now, why didn't you head over to the free section and I'll head over to the top grossing?
Okay.
Grossing.
So top charts.
So downloading app number 99 on the store. Right, I'm not going to do 99 because that's not a game, it's an app. So I'm going to move on to number 98 on the app store, top grossing. I've got a game called Word Brain. And you know, a game got a lot of production value and a lot of money behind it when you click on it. And you know, when it goes to the description of the app, gives you a details, pictures, reviews, things like that. When you click on this one, there's actually a customized page for it. So like they've got their own color scheme and their own font and things like that. So you can tell they've probably spent a lot of money on this app. And I'm getting the impression there's probably going to be in-app purchases, or there's going to be lots of adverts, one of the two. So it's called Word Brain. Looks like a Scrabble word finding sort of thing, which I do enjoy. I like those sort of games. So yeah, I'll check that out and I'll report back next week. But Chris, what are you going to be playing this week?
Well, I'm not going to go for 99, which is an app useful for finding graduates jobs. And I'm not going to go for 98, which is my fortune teller. I'm going to go for number 97, which is Despicable Me Minion Rush.
I think I have played this, or my girlfriend's younger sister has played this.
Yeah, you are always getting yourself confused with your girlfriend's younger sister.
Yeah, I mean, I do like them young. What can I say?
Oh, that's grim. She's like, hey, Jesus Christ, Colin.
Sorry. I mean, this podcast is PG-13, so we're allowed to say naughty things.
Is that okay on a PG-13?
I don't think so. Anyway, right. So, I'm interested to know: are you into those Despicable Me films? What are your thoughts on the Minions as a character?
I quite liked Despicable Me, but I find Minions as a concept just a bit too annoying. It's just a bit too hyper for me, you know. All that kind of button and all that. It's just a bit.
Yeah, I completely agree. I absolutely hate the Minions. And I love animated films, as you know. I love them, but Minions. The thing, I don't think it's DreamWorks, is it? Is it Blue Sky Animation who do that? Same.
I think it is DreamWorks, isn't it?
Let me have a look. I know there's Blue Sky do Ice Age. Let me have a look.
Is it Universal?
Maybe.
Yes, it's Universal Pictures and Illumination Entertainment.
Illumination, yeah, they're quite a newish one. So they've done
They did the Secret Lives of Pets as well.
That was really popular, that one, wasn't it? That one that made a
Mhm.
shit ton of money. But I don't know, these other when there's companies who aren't Pixar or Disney, like they just seem to not have as much plot or interesting characters. It's all about colourful spectacle with them, and it just annoys me a little bit. But I do like the first Ice Age. That's one of my favourite animated films of all time. Love
It's
that.
got that sick, really good montage. That song in Ice Age, isn't there?
I'm on my way.
What's
No, that's from
yeah?
It's one from Matilda.
What is
isn't
it?
It's a do 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 do.
Yeah, all the way, all the way.
Yeah, all the
Really
way.
good. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. When they're like walking, films are not proper films unless they've got a good montage in them. In my opinion, every film needs a good old montage.
True.
Right, so that's all good. Right, before we get onto the news, let's quickly talk about Pokemon Go. Then, come on, our weekly update of Pokemon Go.
All right.
A bit worried because when we weren't on air, I mentioned Pokemon Go, and rather than Chris's eyes light up with excitement as it normally does, he looked pretty upset. So I'm interested to know, what is your weekly update for Pokemon Go? How have you? What have you been doing?
So I'm still playing it a lot. I'm still enjoying it a lot, but I feel like it's on the decline. Like,
what?
well, I'm enjoying it, but I'm seeing less and less people playing it, and I feel like that's because people are getting frustrated. Maybe. Just loading up my game now, so I can talk you through some of my more powerful mons. I had a really fun evening on Saturday night. I was staying at my friend Phil's house. Phil lives kind of on the outskirts of Brighton. He lives in a sort of small town. And me, Rob, and Phil went out at about 1 in the morning and just took all the gyms that were nearby.
Nice.
And it was proper cool. I mean, obviously it wasn't cool. It was sad.
Proper cool.
But it felt good to be in that like overnight assault squad on the gyms. You know.
Yeah. That's the best time to take them, isn't it? Because then there's not many people up to take them back. So
yeah, exactly. So you can hold them for a long time. You know, I like the game a lot. I think it's fun, but I just think I find it frustrating. It's too frustrating to find new Pokemon, I think.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that kind of I feel like should be there that just aren't. Do you know what I mean? Like,
what sort of things are you referring to?
Well, like for example, you battle and make a gym neutral, then someone else comes in and like swipes it from you.
Yeah.
Like, why has that not been fixed yet? I mean, obviously, the one that everyone is talking about is the footstep tracker, which I get, but I don't mind because I personally I like it kind of being a bit random.
I've never used it. Yeah. Go on, sorry.
Well, it's just frustrating. There's certain things in the game, and like you can't, you know, if you're transferring Pokemon, you transfer a Pidgeotto and you get the same amount of candy you'd get for transferring a Pidgey, and it's like, well, why is that
annoy me? That does annoy me. That's a bit, yeah. I do think they should base the amount of candy you get on how powerful or how rare the Pokemon is.
You invest like hundreds of candy in a Hypno. Say you get you move your Hypno up from 600 to 800, then you can just catch a 900 one in the wild, and then you just sort of buy then. And like if you get rid of the one you've invested all that time and candy in, I get that you shouldn't get all the candy back, of course, but it's just a bit frustrating that you get one for it, and it's like
yeah, it is, I completely agree with that. That is something they need to maybe
even if you got like I don't know 10% of the candy you spent back or something rounded up, that would be enough. But it's just, there's certain, I don't think they meant to release it this early. I don't know why they pushed it, because it feels like there are parts of it that still feel like it's not finished. But it's still very fun. And it is, you know, like, I'm still enjoying playing it. And I'm still kind of playing it enough that my battery is, you know, being ground down into fine sweet candy every day.
Yeah, I do agree with that. And I know they are working on another. I mean, obviously, it was updated this week, which is why they've taken the step counter off.
Yeah.
And What else did they have altered where Pokemon are located as well.
Yeah, they
Slightly.
moved it around, haven't they?
I found a few different Pokemon in my hometown over the past week or so. I got a Weezing, I think it was Weezing, and a Gloom as well.
Oh, nice.
Gloom. And there was
Yeah.
seriously there was a what's the little boxer Pokemon?
Chan.
Memichan. Yeah, there was one near me. I couldn't get it because I had no bloody Pokeballs. But yeah, I'm finding what really annoys me as well is I'm on level 13. I've not really gone up that much. I'm planning something big to go up levels very soon, so I'm building my time. I'm level 13, so I've got the Great Balls. I've got Great Balls, and sometimes like I'll use one to catch I don't know like a Pokemon that's not really weak but not really strong. But then I'll have to waste like 5 Great Balls to get a Rattata. Like
Yeah,
which
it's annoying,
really
isn't it?
annoying. Or when like you really want a Pokemon, you try and catch it, it escapes your Pokeball twice, and then it disappears in a puff of smoke. It just runs away. That's bloody annoying as well. Frustrating.
What's your highest CP?
It's probably the same as last week, to be honest with you. Actually, no, I did catch a stronger Pokemon, I think. Let me just have a look. Loading up the app. There she is. There she is. Right, so let me have a look.
Do you want to see mine? I'll show you mine.
Having a look. Here we go. Well, I need to do it on CP number, haven't I? I had changed it to alphabetical order. Right, my highest is a Hypno at 648. But don't judge me on that, Chris, because
you've got big things planned.
I've got big things planned.
Do you want to have a little look at mine?
There we go. 2 billion. It's a Grenadon, whatever it's called, the big one.
Can you make that out? Okay.
Can't see. Oh!
Because you're talking. Stop talking.
I'm actually trying to save up on the Psyduck so I can get one of those.
Yeah, Golduck is sick. It's interesting that they changed a lot of the moves as well. I think that's quite good actually. So they kind of made certain Pokemon weaker. Yeah, it's an interesting game, isn't it? I think it'll get better as time goes on.
Yep.
It's still better than Sniper 3D.
They've got an update planned, haven't they, for it, where they're going to add in the ability to trade Pokemon and also the ability to battle with other players.
Yeah,
not sure
that's been a long time coming as well. It's like the battling not so much, but trading I think should have been here a little.
Yeah, that's gonna be really handy. I think trading, but I don't know. They're gonna have to try and do it so people can't just get all the rare Pokemon. Like really, I don't know. I'm sure there's gonna be some loophole to it. It's not gonna be like you can swap a Rattata for a Mewtwo or something ridiculous like that.
Good knowledge.
I mean, that's basic Pokemon knowledge, pal.
I know.
Great.
Should we do news?
ST news. Now I want to quickly start with a Vita news story, which I'm not going to put in the main news because.
Wait.
But what?
Because before you do that, before we start talking specifics, we do need to mention that Batman Telltale is out yesterday.
Yes, and I have been playing Batman.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
That's very on the pulse of you, Colin, to be enjoying a game that's just come out. I'm glad to hear it. That's very good of you.
But it's not what you think.
Oh, of course.
I finally unwrapped taking up the cellophane for Batman Arkham Knight for my Xbox One. I've been playing that. I've probably played about half an hour so far. I've got a few things to say on that before we quickly mention the Telltale game. I'll try and be brief. I'm liking the way it looks. It's very pretty.
Yep.
It's the same old Batman. You know, what I like is how you're straight away thrust into the action. There's no like tutorial. Well, there is tutorials, but there's nothing like you're straight away into the action pretty much. If you haven't played the other games, you're going to be like, what the hell am I doing here? But if you're familiar with how the game works, and you know, it's good because it thrusts you straight in, which is nice. I like that. I like how it's the same old Batman. I sort of understand what you were saying now about the BatMobile. It's not great, is it? It's not good.
It's just a bit too tank-like, I think. It's not very subtle, is it?
It's not fun to drive either. I find it really difficult to drive. Like I'm doing a mission now where I've got to navigate a rooftop with the BatMobile right at the beginning of the game. It's so frustrating. One minor error and you're falling down. You have to start all over again. I had to do that Riddler thing where you have to drive around that course, and that was a pain in the ass as well. You know, I hope the game doesn't continue to force feed you the BatMobile.
Well, you're gonna have a great time.
The impression I got when they first announced they were going to be having the Batmobile was that it would only be used for specific missions, not like it's something you could use throughout the whole game. You know, similar to the Batwing that you could use in Arkham Origins to get around get around quicker. I thought it'd be similar to that. You know, like you can use your Batmobile to quickly get from one place to the other, but you're not. Well, obviously, you're driving, but it's like a cutscene. You know, if you want to get from one side of the map to the other, and then missions would require. I didn't think it'd be like, oh, you can call it whenever you like and go driving around the town. It's maybe I'll like it more as I get further in, but bit disappointed by that at the moment. But apart from that, you know, it's the same old Batman game. So yeah, I will continue to play it. I mean, I thought the same with Arkham Origins when that came out. I was a bit I couldn't really get into it initially, but then after about an hour or so of gameplay, I finally got it and I was hooked. So I'm hoping this will happen again with Arkham Knight, but we wait and see. You finished Arkham Knight, haven't you?
Yeah,
ages ago, I think.
It's too much Batmobile for me. I think if you don't like, I think you'll get used to it as you become more accustomed to using it in tank mode. But there's a lot of tank mode.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, sometimes it's. Yeah, I don't understand the idea of the Batmobile either. Because no, fair enough, the Batmobile is something to help Batman, but it is like tank like, as you said, and it's like very destructive. You know, it like destroys things. Like that's not Batman. He doesn't normally do that.
It's like, weirdly, I think it's like just unsubtle.
Yeah,
like you can't go anywhere kind of quiet. You know how like the great moment in some of the Nolan films is when he's using a Batmobile and just manages to slip out of sight completely.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that in that car. It's just clunky. And like, yeah, you're right. You're driving somewhere, then you have to go into tank mode because there's loads of robot cars coming. It's just, yeah. And it's a good game. There's some really good stuff in it, but the Batmobile is not the strength.
It's a shame because I was really looking forward to giving it a go, and a lot of people were excited by it. But when they showcased it at E3 and things like that, they sort of made it seem like, as I said, it was used for specific missions.
Yeah,
in a sense, like it wasn't something you could call upon whenever, you know. But okay, I'll continue to play it. But anyway, another game came out this week. As Chris said, it was the Telltale Batman game, which came out yesterday here in the UK, and I believe around the world, actually. I haven't played it yet. I'm seeing good reviews for the first episode. I mean, the first episode is normally one of the weakest, normally, I would say, because it's just like an introduction to it. So there's not normally any major decisions you have to make. Like, it's normally just like introducing you to the whole gameplay and the story and things like that. But I was looking at the price of it on the Xbox store, and it's quite pricey. I can't remember how much the Game of Thrones one was, but it's about, for all 5 episodes, the season pass, it works out at £24.99. Though it's still good for the content you're getting. It seems a bit more than what their previous titles have been, and maybe that's because it's on the Xbox One. Maybe it's a bit more. I haven't checked out the price on Steam yet. It might actually be cheaper to play it on Steam, so I'll have to have a look into that. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to check it out. I mean, just for one episode, it's £5.19 on Xbox. I believe, like, for the Game of Thrones one, it was like £3 an episode or £4 an episode or something like that. So it definitely has gone up in price. But yeah, I mean, from the reviews I've seen, it does seem very positive so far. I've not read too much into the reviews because I want most of it to be a surprise. All I do normally is just look at the score and don't read anything else about it, just to get a general sense of the opinion. But seeing it's been good reviews so far, so yeah, looking forward to checking that out. And I'm assuming you haven't played it either.
No, I'm finding it really hard though, because like with these Telltale games, they go on sale so often and for so cheap. I could buy it now, but like I think I managed to get every Telltale game on some form of reduction.
Yeah, because they had the sale recently, didn't they?
Yeah, they're always on sale. But I do want to play this as it comes out.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, hard decision.
I mean, you did that with Game of Thrones, which I didn't do. And I said it was sad that we couldn't discuss it as.
True.
But I'll have to look into it. I'll see where the cheapest place to get it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to check it out because it's Batman. I love Batman and it looks cool. But hopefully, if I find it cheaper, I will check it out and discuss it next week. Hopefully, you will do the same, Christopher.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Or you can wait for the Telltale release in about 10 years' time. Then the PlayStation Vita release, in 10 years' time. Just do that, you know.
Because I'll definitely still have my Vita in 10 years' time.
Yeah, great. Anyway, right. So quickly going to mention this news story now, which is something that it's a bit naughty, but I'm going to mention it anyway. So I'm a novice when it comes to these sort of things. So I know, Chris, you're not exactly the biggest, not the biggest. You don't have the greatest knowledge on hacking games and things like that, but
Yeah.
people have found a way, and I'm going to quote this with finger quote marks, to exploit the PlayStation Vita to jailbreak it, and then makes it homebrew. I honestly have no idea.
So you can run your own software on it, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah. And this has been something that hackers have been trying to find for a long time. They finally found a way of doing it. So the way to do this is to on the browser app on your Vita, is go to a website, which I'm not going to say what it is, but you go to the website, you click the install button, and then the software becomes available. It requires 10 megabytes of free space on your memory card, and you must also have access to a PC that is running an FTP client. That's in order to transfer software over to the Vita. It's not an amazing breakthrough. There isn't much you can do on it at the moment, but something that people are interested in and excited about is the fact that you can download emulators and things like that, which I believe worked on the PlayStation Portable. So with that, you can play games from other consoles, such as the SNES and things like that. So games from the Super SNES, Game Boy Advance, and Sega Genesis will all become available on PlayStation Vita, because on the PlayStation Portable, there were emulators generated and coded for the PSP. And so with this hack, you can download that and play these old games. So very exciting, I guess. But to do it, you have to never update your Vita past version 3.6. If you were to do that, then you wouldn't be able to do it. But if you're into hacking and homebrewing and things like that, I'm sure this will interest you. But you can now hack your Vita. But I'm sure Sony will release an update very soon to patch this, we would imagine.
Yeah, it's one of those things as well where it's like, we don't encourage it at all because it could brick. Like, you never know. But it would be interesting if people have doing it for them to get in touch with their experiences.
That would be lovely. So it'd be good if you could let us know how good that is. Right, so that's something I just wanted to quickly mention. But now Chris is going to give us our first Nintendo news story of the week.
Yeah, so let's talk about Lady Layton. So we recorded last week on Tuesday, and then this got announced Wednesday morning, which was a little bit frustrating, but you can't help these things sometimes, you know. This is a new. You remember we were talking about there was going to be a new Professor Layton game without Professor Layton as the main character.
Yeah.
It's been revealed that it's going to be called Lady Layton. It's going to come sometime next year in the West, 3DS, Android, and iOS. And if you're in Japan, you'll be able to play it from spring 2017. Obviously, Professor Layton very well received, and Lady Layton is going to be, we think, Layton's daughter. And you, instead of having a man, like a little boy companion, you're going to have your very adorable dog with you all the time. It looks really sweet. It'll be interesting to see how it works puzzles-wise, because obviously the lead puzzle director on the old Professor Layton game passed away. So I guess we'll, TBC with what kind of puzzles they'll be like. Apparently, there's going to be less kind of individual puzzles and more sort of big sweeping story ones, as it were. It was announced at Level 5, an event live last week. And what happens, I guess. It looks really nice. You can see videos of it and stuff online if you want. A lot of them are in Japanese. But you get a good flavor of the game, and it looks very sweet, doesn't it? Have you seen pictures?
I've not seen pictures, but I'm just Googling it now. And yeah, I agree. It does look very sweet.
Yeah, the subtitle is The Millionaire's Ariadne Conspiracy. So, I guess we'll see what happens.
Brilliant. So just have a look. It looks very Professor Layton-y, obviously.
Yeah.
So is he related to her at all?
Yeah, he's her dad.
I thought so.
So you play as the daughter. I think it looks really sweet, but I guess we'll I would like to play more Layton, but I never played Layton and thought, oh, I wish I wasn't playing as the professor, you know.
Yeah,
But that said, I'm sure it'll be very nice to have a female character, and also it'll allow for a kind of a different change of attitude and time and stuff.
yeah,
And it looks like a lot of it's going to be set in London as well, because you go on the website and you get a nice picture of a couple of the bridges.
yeah. You can see the Houses of Parliament are in the thumbnail for the trailer as well. So that's nice. It sort of just feels like they're putting the Layton name on it to make sure it sells. Really, I know obviously it's
well, stylistically, it looks very similar, doesn't it?
Yes, it's in the Layton universe, isn't it? But it just seems like a bit of a strange choice, really. I mean, why couldn't they just release another Professor Layton game? Maybe they're trying to attract a new kind of gamer, like a different demographic. Maybe they think.
Well, I've not played the most recent Layton, so I don't know how it leaves it, because that timeline there's like time travel and stuff, and it does make it a bit messy.
Time travel?
Yeah.
Son? Bizarre. Right, so that's awesome. So I'm going to talk about some PlayStation Vita news now. And the first one, it's been a while since we've mentioned a Kickstarter campaign, but there is a Kickstarter campaign happening at the moment. It's running for the next 18 days. So it's Wednesday, the 3rd of August at the moment. So this will be up and running for the next 18 days. And it's for a RPG called Glitched. And it is a fourth wall breaking RPG. I'm just going to find out the name of the company who are running this. It is by N-House Studios. And about the game, it's a mystery and exploration RPG. The game features traditional turn-based combat with a little bit of spice, but will primarily focus on the story and how you change it. This will be done through the Essence system, which will track a player's personality and morality. After a glitch appears in the world of Soaring, our unexpected hero Gus will become aware of you, the player, experience fourth wall breaking shenanigans whilst making decisions that will shape his world. So it's an interesting idea, this, that the character who you're playing as, Gus, is going to know that you are playing the game, basically. So it's going to be very self-aware. It's going to know it's a video game and make fun of that, probably, I'd imagine. There's probably going to be some humor in this, but it does look very interesting. And obviously I've got a new love for RPGs and things like that now, but looking at the art style for it, it looks very Pokemon-y, in my opinion. Just looking at some of the images on their Kickstarter campaign, it's got that top-down pixelated original Pokemon look to it, which is very nice. And it's already funded, so it's definitely going to be happening. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because they very recently announced a PlayStation Vita stretch goal, which is very exciting. So at the moment, they've currently raised $26,709, and that's completely smashed their target, because they were only looking for 7,500. So they've beaten that by 19 grand. So that's quite a lot. But to get it to PlayStation Vita, it needs to raise at least 30, I believe it's 35k. Let me just double check this update here. So they've announced it's coming to a few other consoles now. Initially, it was just PC, Linux, and most likely Mac as well. But now it will come to PlayStation Vita if it raises... Get up here. If it raises $35,000, so it's got another $9 to go to reach that, and because it's still got 18 days to go, it's quite likely it will happen, which would be nice, because I think this game will be a good fit on the PlayStation Vita. If it raises 40,000, it will come to PS3 and PS4. If it raises 50,000, it will release on Xbox One. So there's still quite a lot of time left to back this project, and we will put a link to the Kickstarter campaign on the article for this episode of Heroes of Handheld. Just to confirm, it's a game called Glitched, and it is a fourth wall breaking RPG from N-House Studios. So that's really cool. A lot of people loving it because it's raised so much money, and we just need another 9 grand, and then it'll be coming to PlayStation Vita. Woo! So that's very exciting. There's also a trailer on the Kickstarter page as well, so check that out as well to see what it is all about. So because I'm on a roll here, I'm going to go straight into another news story, Christopher. I don't even know if you're still here. Are you still there? I don't think he's not. He's gone. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Literally, he's gone. That's fantastic. I've been talking non-stop for about 5 minutes now. And I just thought Chris was being polite and sitting and waiting for me to finish. But no, turns out he's gone. He's just left the chat. So he's left the Google Hangout. So it is a good thing that I'm going to go straight on to my next news story for PlayStation Vita. So another game is coming to the Vita, and it's being brought to us by Curve Digital, and it is a color matching platformer puzzler called Hue. That's Hue for Hue. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Looking at some of the screenshots here, looks lovely. The developer for this is Fiddlesticks, and they've described the game as a charming and vibrant puzzle platformer which features a color changing mechanic as a way of shifting different panes into play, boasting a vivid art style and clever level design mixed with touching narrative. The game is a platforming adventure as refreshing as it is colorful, and today we learned that it will release later this month. So it's actually coming out August the 23rd, so not much longer to wait for that. 20 days exactly from today. It's called Hue. The title character is called Hue. And the encounters can only see in grayscale, but the world around Hugh is far from black and white. And whilst on the journey to solve his mother's disappearance, Hugh begins to piece together her discarded research, which leads him to discover the ability to see the world's hidden colors. So it's all in black and white, and as you progress through the game, more color will appear. So it does look very pretty. It's very nice and colorful, so definitely check that out. And it's August the 23rd that's releasing on PlayStation Vita. It's called Hue, and it's from developer Fiddlesticks and from the publisher Curve Digital. So looking forward to that. Right, so as Crystal isn't back, I'm going to go straight into my final news story of the week, sad times. And this is of the game Darkest Dungeon. So this has been in the pipeline for a very long time, and a lot of people are excited for this. We've mentioned it on the show many times before. It's very dark, very interesting art style for this, quite creepy. It's a gothic turn-based RPG. It's a dungeon crawler, and it's about the psychological stresses of adventuring. And I do remember this actually, because I think I remember you have to look after your team. Like, if you don't keep their morale up and keep them happy, they can, or keep them healthy, they can die from natural causes. So if they get overstressed, they can die from heart attacks. They can die from other stress-related things as well. So you've got to keep your whole team calm and collective. And you go around dungeons killing these creepy-looking beasts. I'm just looking at some of the art style, and it looks absolutely creepy as anything, but really, really fascinating. Picture here of your clan, someone holding a big old axe about to fight three creepy looking spiders. So looks really cool. And I'm actually excited for this one. I've got a new love for turn-based RPGs after playing Grand Kingdom a few weeks ago. So this is coming out soon. We've got a release date now. It's September the 27th, and that's when it's going to release for PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation 4 as well. So very much looking forward to that. And I'd really be interested to know if anyone out there listening to this podcast is going to be checking this game out as well, because I know there's been a lot of hype around this. It's been in the pipeline for quite a while. Yeah, be interested to hear whether you're interested in this game as well. And you can email us heroesofhandheld@gmail.com with your thoughts, and we'd love to read those out. So that was my last news story of the week. Sad. And because there's no Chris, we have to just sit here patiently and wait for him to come back. And look at that. What
Return of the Chris.
Amazing timing. Back over to Chris for the Nintendo news.
All right then, Colin. Let's do a little bit about the Pokemon games that are out at the end of this year, because we've seen Pokemon Sun and Moon. We've seen some new announcement of this thing called Alola Forms. Have you seen about this?
I have not. Please explain.
So basically, Alola Form, the idea is, instead of making loads of new Pokemon, there's going to be a focus on, in this game, there are new Pokemon, but there are also going to be some Pokemon which get a different form because they're in a different part of the world. So because we're in this kind of Hawaii sort of vibe, they've taken some original Pokemon and made them look quite a lot different. And we,
Oh, Chris is doing his good robot impression again. Please stop all those torrents, Chris. Your internet connection can't cope with all those Photoshop torrents and Orange is the New Black things.
So, for example,
this is
Sandshrew and Sand Slash.
Oh man, what have you done to your internet connection, buddy? He's gone again.
And
Someone is clearly using up his Wi-Fi to find all those Magikarps in London town. I think that's probably what's happening to Chris. We'll give him a moment. Hopefully he'll come back to us in a second.
the ice Pokemon Vulpix and Ninetales are turning into ice.
Oh, I can't hear you, mate. Well, look who it is. And he's
Can we do it like this, or is it gonna? It looks like we can do it using it.
We can't. This is coming through on my phone. We can't do it this way. This is great. This is really good. What's happened? What's happened? What
I don't know.
what are you
what's going on.
torrenting? What are you
I'm not
torrenting?
torrenting
I
anything.
think you are. For fuck's sake. This is brilliant. Sorry?
What do you think of that?
What, the Tash?
Coming along. Yeah, little.
You going for the Disney villain look?
For you. Yeah. And to
Twirl it at the end.
tickle the thighs.
It does look something, quite something, mate. Keep it going. Is it what Emma wanted?
Sure. Oh, hang on.
All right, okay. Let me get back to. So, can you hear me on Google Plus?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Continue. Start again from the beginning.
Right. New forms of Pokemon have been announced for Pokemon Sun and Moon, which comes out this winter in the UK. They're called Alola forms, and basically they're like kind of, I guess, remixes of original Pokemon. So we've got some weird ones. We've got Sandshrew and Sandslash will turn to Ice. Vulpix and Ninetales will be Ice Fairy. But the best one, Colin, I really want you to have a look at this, is the new version of Execute, which has turned into a giant palm tree.
Oh my god, I gotta see this.
It looks
Execute was weird
amazing.
anyway.
It's becoming a subtype dragon instead of psychic. It looks so good.
Let me have a look. Where's the link? Here we go. Right, is it the top one? The YouTube
It's
video.
Pokemon Go. Wow, no, you want really, but yeah. This looks amazing, but these look very interesting, and it's mad. It's absolutely mad, but it looks really fun. Whilst I've got you, Colin,
Yeah.
because I'm aware my connection won't last, so let's talk about a game called Snack World.
Something to do with snacks, I'm assuming. Something to do with snacks.
This
I
is
don't know.
being made by Level 5. This goes for us. They announced that their game's the Snack.
Right, you know what? What we're going to do, we're going to bring you on FaceTime and you're going to talk through my microphone. I might actually be able to bring you in, actually, if I connect you to my auxiliary cable. Yeah, let's have a look. Right, so connect to my phone. FaceTime me, pal. FaceTime me.
All right, hang on.
People watching the YouTube video can have such a great time with this.
Okay, I'm FaceTiming you right now.
Here we go. Right, okay. So hopefully you should be able to hear this through.
Yeah. Let me plug you into my headphones.
Oh, FaceTime
Hello.
failed, you say? Let's try again. Was that Emma just giving you a cheeky little kiss there?
All right, how's that?
Was it Rob? Probably Rob. Well, you're not actually on FaceTime to me, so I don't know what you're trying to do. You're trying to ruin my life. It feels like.
You what?
You what, mate? All right, don't worry. I'm FaceTiming you. Here we go. I really hope you can hear this on the. Right. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm gonna have a look and see.
Hello, Colin. This is the test. This is the test from your pal Chris. Your pal Chris is doing a test. Your pal Chris is doing a test.
Yeah, it seems like you're coming
Doing a
through. So
test.
do your article now. Read it to me now.
So, new Pokemon Alola forms have been announced. These are remixes on old school types of Pokemon. including Execute, which turned into a massive palm tree. We also had an announcement from Level 5, who were talking about later last week, on their new game, which is going to be apparently coming to the west. Excuse me. It's called The Snack World. Colin, how much do you know about this game?
Nothing at all.
Well, I don't know a great deal, but it looks very interesting, and I love Level 5. Get some more information on it over the next couple of months, I'm hoping, because it's kind of hard to know, what's going on with this. There are trailers and stuff, but yeah, it's about three friends. They're in like a fantasy universe. It's inhabited by dragons. Some people call it a cross-media project because it's coming out on smartphone as well. Yeah, hopefully it'll come out. They're saying it should come out next year in the West, which is very exciting.
Very exciting, but are there snacks involved?
Oh, I hope so.
You
can watch the trailer on heroesofhandheld.com. Also on heroesofhandheld.com, this is my last news thing. You can go over there if you want to look at the new Super Famicom, new Nintendo 3DS XL, which has just come out in Japan. There's pictures coming of it online. You could pre-order it ages ago, but it's now finally out. Do have a look at it. It looks super, super pretty. Other people are getting their copies and it looks really sick. Colin, back to you, my friend.
Right, I'm done. I did all my news stories whilst you were failing to connect to the Google Hangout. So we are good to go. And in fact, we're going to wrap.
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry.
We start hashtag stop Chris's torrents, hashtag stop the torrents, or something like that. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up quickly before Chris just disappears again. So thank you for listening to episode 147 of Heroes of Handheld. We are the podcast dedicated to handheld gaming. Look at us. We're doing like a Christopher Nolan thing where we give the title of the film at the end. Before the credits. That's what we're doing. Thank you for listening. I've been Colin. That's been Chris with his rubbish internet connection. So let us know if you've been playing Batman this week, the Telltale game. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let us know whether you're excited about Darkest Dungeon coming to PlayStation Vita. Email us heroesofhandheld@gmail.com or tweet us at Handheld Podcast on Twitter. Or you can find us on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Heroes of Handheld. So without further ado, we should say that there's going to be no episode next week. We've decided to have the week off because I'm busy looking for palm tree executes, and Chris is busy. Don't know what I can't. Don't know. Going to watch Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I'm sure that's what you're doing on your day off. But Chris, we're not going to be here next week, so we'll be back the following week with another fantastic episode of Heroes of Handheld. So if you're well behind, this hopefully gives you a chance to catch up. If you're listening to this one, you have caught up, so it's a bit of a pointless thing for me to say. So we will see you in 2 weeks' time, where hopefully we will have caught some legendary Pokemon. Damn. Oh, look at Chris. Why are you showing me this video screen? Oh, he's showing me my face. Brilliant. Like I'm about to sing a melody or something. Anyway, thank you for listening to Heroes of Handheld. We're back next week, same time, same place. No, we're not back next week. We're back in 2 weeks' time, same time, same place. God, it's like a reading of a script, pal. So thank you for listening. Back in 2 weeks' time. Enjoy playing your Vita and 3DS. Email us if you like. Goodbye.
Nailed it.